Today on Maury, Artemesia Gentilleschi was born in Rome on July 8, 1593. The oldest child of the painter Artemesia Gentilleschi, she learned painting at his side, honing her skills in paint, colors, and drawing. At age 17, she painted this work, entitled Susanna and the Elders. Although she outshone her brothers in artistic ability, in 1612 she was denied access to every art academy because of her gender. Women, they said, do not possess the depth required for historical and religious painting. So Artemesia continued her studies under a friend of her father's, Agostino Tassi. Then, Artemesia's father accused Tassi of raping Artemesia. She endured a high-profile trial lasting 7 months. Why is Artemesia here today?
Tassi took something from me that couldn't be given back. And because he took my virginity, it was hard for me to find a man who would actually want me. He promised he would marry me if I continued to have sex with him. But he didn't, and I just want to know why.
In 1616, Artemesia was finally accepted as a member of the Accademia del Disegno. Her reputation has been restored, yet she still wants answers from Tassi. Her father, Orazio, is also here today for a dramatic reunion. Artemesia's struggles do not end with Tassi. She has 3 children, Giovanni Battista, Cristofano, and Prudentia. Both sons died in infancy. From the time of the trial, she has struggled in her relationship with her father. Additionally, her and her husband have had many struggles with money. We hope we will find some answers today on Maury.
Today we have Artemesia Gentilleschi on the show. Before we get into the main issue of today, just tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was born in Rome in 1593, and now I'm married to Pietro Antonio di Vincenzo Gentilleschi, and my 2 boys died in infancy. But I just had a daughter, so I'm happy about that. I have 2 younger brothers, and the 3 of us used to spend a lot of time in my dad's workshop. And that's where my dad noticed that I was more talented than most in art, where I learned my painting and drawing and other art talents.
So, of course, you then continued your studies.
I couldn't. No one allowed me permission to enter any of the art academies. Apparently painting religious and historical is beyond a woman.
So then, what did you do to continue to grow your talents?
My father hired a man, Agostino Tassi, to tutor me.
The man who raped you?
Yes.
But then, you continued to have sex with him even after that?
Yes, I did.
Why?
Because I thought he loved me. He promised me that we would be married.
What changed his mind?
Apparently, he heard a rumor that I was having sex with other men.
Were you?
No! Corliss, the man who helped Tassi rape me the first time, started that rumor. He said that if he couldn't have me, he would humiliate me publicly.
Okay, what happened next?
My father pressed charges against Tassi. The main issue wasn't that Tassi and I were having sex, but that Tassi took my virginity.
So, if Tassi hadn't popped your cherry, this whole trial never would have happened?
Right.
Okay, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to get into the trial more in depth.
Want to be part of one of the new religious orders forming right now? Ask yourself, what have I done for Christ? What am I doing for Christ? What will I do for Christ? Jesuits are committed to doing anything and going anywhere to teach the lessons of Jesus Christ and spread the good news. Consider joining the Jesuits. Discern your vocation using trust, patience, faith, and prayer.
So Tassi has been charged with your rape. What did he have to say for himself?
That son of a bitch denied it. But he had a long history of sex crimes, including raping his sister-in-law.
Well, we actually have your son of a bitch here in the studio today. Tassi, will you come on out? Welcome to the show, Tassi.
Wonderful to be here.
Now, Tassi, did you rape Artemesia?
Why the hell would I have sex with that?
Okay, Artemesia, what did you have to go through exactly to give evidence at the trial?
I had to go through a modern-day rape kit and torture with thumb screws.
That's because of the common thought that if you can say the same thing under torture, it's probably true, right?
Right.
So, Tati, did you promise to marry Artemesia?
Well, that's how it started, but then when I found out she was having sex with other men, I broke that off pretty fast.
But that wasn't true, was it? Witnesses have said that you just kept postponing the marriage so you could continue having sex with her.
Well, she got all upset, so I broke it off. And then she cried to her daddy, saying,
"Oh, you raped me, So how were you planning on marrying Artemesia if you were already married?
well, I didn't know where my wife was. She'd gotten up and left, and I thought she might have died.
Because you murdered her!
I would never murder her. I hired people to do it.
Artemesia, let's hear your side of the story. It was a very big deal for you to be testifying, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Because I'm a woman, people thought I was incompetent, and I feared they wouldn't believe me.
So how did the rape happen?
I was just sitting in my bedroom when Augustino came inside and threw me on the bed and raped me. I scratched him and I threw a knife at him, but I couldn't stop him. When he found out I was a virgin, he promised to marry me, and he obviously didn't. He also blamed me for having sex with other men, but I never did. Also, during the trial, that's when I found out he had a wife.
So, Augustino, what is your side?
Well, I never had sex with her. I mean, I visited her house a couple of times, but I never did it.
What about the judge having to stop you multiple times during the trial because of your extreme lying during your testimony?
Okay, first off, he didn't even believe me. When I was talking to him about how she always was having incest, she had sex with her father. She had sex with tons of men. So obviously I didn't want to have sex with her because she was a whore. Duh.
How did the trial turn out for you?
It took forever. It was 7 months long. And at the end of it, I finally had the choice of 5 years hard labor or being exiled to Rome. I chose exile, but I got out sooner because I know some people.
All right, we're going to take a quick break now, but when we come back, we have a little surprise for Augustino and Artemesia.
Do you enjoy studying, interpreting, and looking at art? Caravaggio is one of the leading and most influential painters of our time. Come to the opening of his new show on February 12th at the Barberini National Palace and Gallery of Antique Art to marvel at some of the greatest pieces of art known to man. This exhibit runs through March 13th.
Welcome back to the show. We have Artemesia and Augustino here with us today. Artemesia claims that Augustino raped her, promised to marry her, then backed out on his promise because Artemesia was apparently sleeping with other men. We have a little surprise for Augustino and Artemesia right now. We have Artemesia's father, Orazio, here today.
What the hell?
Daddy! Welcome to our show, Orazio.
Glad to be here.
Orazio, what do you have to say?
That man raped my daughter. Ah! Take him away.
Okay, now let's just sit down here and calm down for a minute. Orazio, how are you feeling today?
A little bit tense.
How's your relationship with Artemesia here?
Not the best right now. Could be better.
Artemesia, is there something that you'd like to share with your father? Daddy, I just want a baby girl.
Really?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Artemesia, she's perfect.
Oh my gosh, that's cool. Wow, congratulations, I think.
Orazio, would you like to start over with Artemesia?
I think we should. I think we should begin anew.
Okay. Wonderful.
Let's do that. Oh, thank you so much.
See the play that is sweeping the continent! Shakespeare's Merchant of Venice, live Monday, February 27th, 8 o'clock p.m. Jews and Christians, love and drama, addresses many current issues. Will Portia's love interest choose the right casket? Will Antonio get his shipments to pay back Shylock? Find out in the latest of the great Shakespeare's works, brought to life on stage. Since taping, Artemesia has split up with her husband. The marriage of convenience ended after years of monetary struggles, and the birth of 4 children, only one of which survived. She has painted many lovely works, including The Penitent Magdalene, painted in 1617, the same year Prudentia was born. Judith slain Holofernes, the Uffizi version, painted in 1620. Jael and Sisera, also painted in 1620. Painted the same year her mentor Caravaggio died, the figure on the bottom bears a resemblance to him. Some say that this is her way of claiming herself to have surpassed his talent, while others say that this is in fact Tassi, and her finally getting the better of him. Lucretia, painted in 1621. The theme of rape reoccurs, as Lucretia was a respected Roman who was raped, and is depicted here about to kill herself. Esther before Ahasuerus, painted in 1622. Artemesia continues to paint things of religious significance, despite society's complaints. Self-Portrait as the Allegory of Painting, 1630. This painting was purchased by Charles I of England. We hope that Artemesia's life continues to improve, and we'll see you next time on Maury.
My father hired a man. Stop. I'll ask you this question.
Okay. Then how did you continue to learn and grow your talent?
No, Corliss, the man who... No, Corliss, the man who helped rape Tassi.
You raped Tassi! Okay. Let's stop for a while. Because I don't know what comes back. Okay.
My phone told me there's a Sleeping Beauty ballet tonight.
That's good.
Joy.
Okay.
Wait, was I in? Oh, I was on. I'm sorry. Okay, who does what?
But that wasn't really true, was it? Witnesses have said that you just kept having sex with her. Wait, what?
Freaking fail.
You kept her exploding.
What? Quit?
Wait, what does it show?
Almost to your ankles up.
Is it possible to get any closer to you?
So, if Tassi hadn't popped your cherry, the trial never would have happened.
Correct.
Okay, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll look at the trial more in depth.